Hey everyone, my name is Crazy M, and today I have my first look as the Crysis 3 beta. So far I have enjoyed this game a lot, it's been a lot of fun, and so let's talk about the first big new thing, and this is the Hunter game mode. And for all of you that don't know what it is that there are two hunters at first, the rest of the team is the cell members, and the hunters gotta kill the cell members, and the cell members on the other hand are supposed to stay alive, and if you get killed as a cell member, you become then a hunter. And so, my first issue with this game mode was that I thought it would be a lot of camping going on, but it's not. And the reason for this is because they set it up so that it's really hard to just go unnoticed, and on the other hand, for the hunters it's not too easy to kill the cell members if they have some kind of idea what they do. So what are the features of the cell and the hunters? So the cell got EMP grenades that can disable the nanosuit of the hunters for a second, make them visible and more vulnerable. The hunters also have quite powerful weapons, most of them anyway, and they also have a detection sensor that signalizes when a hunter is nearby. So all in all, you know, if you hear a hunter, you can chuck an EMP grenade and you can see him and you can take him out. So yeah, they gotta take attention what they're doing. And on the other hand, the ammo is limited for the guns. You only have one EMP grenade. You gotta run two ammo crates that are spread around the map. There are 3 of them, but they don't offer too much ammo as well. So you know, you can just go around and kill everyone. That's not the way it works. The hunters on the other side are invisible. They have the bow, and they can also perform stealth takedowns, which can be quite effective. Now the bow is quite a powerful weapon, but it takes some time to actually draw it, so engaging multiple enemies can be a problem. And yeah, and the way it works, who's the winner after all, I mean, it's all in all more a bit of a fun game mode, but there are 5 rounds. The winner is the one with the highest score, and the way you get a high score is that either way you survive the longest, or you survive the whole round as a cell member, or you spawn as a hunter and kill a lot of enemies. If you get killed and then become a hunter, you don't really get much points at all, which makes sense. So if you spawn a hunter or not, that's in my opinion pretty much random, so yeah, whatever. And at first it was a little bit hard, but after time you get used to, and you just know kind of where the hunters are going, and you just turn around sometimes and shoot them in the face, because they really take a lot of damage from those weapons. So it's a fun game mode, and I really enjoyed it. The other game mode that has also already been in the alpha is the crash site game mode. There's nothing special about that. There are pods randomly dropping on the map, and you're supposed to secure them and hold the area around them, and by that you get points. And the first team that gets the most points over a certain time, or reaches the point limit, is the winner. Pretty basic stuff, nothing too over the board. And so yeah, let's talk about the maps. The first map is the old one, is Museum, and I'm not really fond of this map. I don't know, it's not the one that I like. It's still nice. It's like a 2-level design, and so a lot of jumping down and up going on. There's nothing too much to say about that. But what I want to talk more about is the airport map. And if you look at it, the graphics, they look just beautiful. I mean, I really like it, and that's one thing that I want to say as well. I can run it really decent on my PC. I guess you can see the frame rates in the top left corner, because my recording program just decided to record its own frame rate display. I don't know why it did that, but so I'm getting a solid 40 at least, when I would say normally 50-60 frames per second, and on medium settings 1080p. And my computer isn't the high-end stuff from today. It's a little bit older already, so even if you've not got the best computer right now, you can play it, and that's really a nice thing. And I gotta say, if you compare it to Battlefield 3, I think the graphics don't look much worse, and it still runs better. So I guess you could do a lot of optimization there. I mean, it's a smaller scale, there are less players, the maps are smaller, but still, I think they've really done a quite a good job at really optimizing the game. However, what is really what I really liked about the game is the way that it flows. You know, especially if you have the nanosuit, You can jump a lot, you can run a lot, you can climb ledges and all this stuff, and it's really fun because it's a floating move and it's a fast movement. Sometimes it's hard to just get those corners because you're not used to it, so it takes a little time, but it's really a lot of fun and I really enjoyed it. The one thing though that I gotta say that is weird is the mouse acceleration and the sensitivity settings in the game. I couldn't really get it to work, and I've heard it from other people as well. It's not really the best feel, and I've messed with the settings in game, out of the game, in mouse software, and you know, I think they could put some more work in that because sometimes the aim is a little bit weird, and sometimes like I just can't get my gun on the enemy. It just doesn't work. I don't know why it is, but it doesn't work. Now this is pretty much it. There's some interesting things about the game as well, that there are alien weapons spread around those maps that you can pick up, and no, they're not overpowered. I mean, they're quite powerful, but they have limited ammo, so not too bad. I mean, you can put them to work, but nothing too special about them. There also spawns a pinger on both of these maps, and basically what a pinger is a big alien vehicle, so to say, and you can enter it, and then you have 3 weapons that you're just supposed to want to just decimate the enemies because they're really powerful. But the downside of the pinger is that it is slower and it turns its cannon slow, and it's a slow firing thing. But if you just stay a little bit outside of the combat, you can put it to good work. A fun thing about the pinger is that you can eventually, as an enemy, jump on it, rip the enemy out of the cockpit and take it yourself. Really interesting thing in there. Also on the map Airport, there's this airship in the air. Supposedly, I guess that's what it is. An airship is in the air, isn't it? And so you can jump on it if you get it at the right time. Sometimes it stops and you're able to jump on it, and it's really fun. At first I didn't even notice it. I didn't even know that you could get up there, but after I saw it, I thought it was such a cool idea to include it. And there are 2 guns on it. You can use them to shoot enemies down on the ground. And again, this is not overpowered. You're pretty vulnerable up there, but it is a lot of fun. And so one more thing about the whole energy thing of the suit, which they changed, is that now you have a separate energy for your armor and for your stealth. So if you just happen to run around stealthily, you don't use your energy of your armor, which is really gonna help. I don't know, it's pretty much a little bit of a change, a real change to Nanisuit in the way it works, but I think overall it's gonna be nice. And I mean, you're not like I mean, I guess if you combine those 2 really good, then you could be really powerful, just going invisible armor, and that stuff. So you'll see how that works out. That's my next topic as well, about balancing and all that stuff. I can't really say anything really much, and I guess nobody really can, because there are not all weapons available in the beta, and maybe there's still some changes made already to the final release, so I won't really say anything about that. So yeah, I guess that pretty much got the basics covered of what the game is. As I said, I really enjoy it, and it's a great game. I know it's not really a tactical as Battlefield 3 in most cases is, in my opinion, but it's still a lot of fun. It's a little bit more run and gun style and a little bit more jumpy and just really enjoyable. The one kind of issue that I have with the game design itself, and so if you just came for a little bit of an insight, you can leave now, but if you want to hear some more of my thoughts, you should stay. And so basically where I'm gonna begin is Crysis 1. I don't know if any of you have played Crysis 1 multiplayer, but this one was really different. It was a little bit more like Battlefield 3, but vehicles and all that stuff, and also that the kind of game mechanic was a really interesting one, and I'm gonna try to give you a really short overview of that. So the way it worked, there was one main factory where you were supposed to create some nuclear device, and you needed to capture the main factory and power cells. There were 3 on them. It doesn't matter how much you captured of them, but you gotta have at least 1, and then you can just gather energy. And if you have maximized your energy, you could build a nuclear device and then destroy the enemy base. This was a unique game concept that I haven't seen in many games nowadays, and I really liked it, and they've gone completely away from that, and sadly a little bit more in the way that the Call of Duty games go. And I mean, those are really different, but in my opinion, I would have loved to see a little bit more variety. I mean, I don't say that this game is bad, not at all. I really enjoyed it, as I said, but yeah, I wish that it would have done a little bit more different than what we see today on the market, in most cases anyway. But also the whole lobby screen, the way that your classes work, you can make custom classes, sound a little bit like Call of Duty, doesn't it? You have perks, you have kill streaks, which I wasn't really getting very often, but maybe if I play some more I can work around to get high kill streaks. There are also death streaks, and yeah, you also level up your gun, you get your attachments for your gun, and one nice thing, you also get your attachment for a sidearm. And while I do understand that this is pretty much what a modern shooter today offers, again, I would have loved a little bit more variety. It doesn't mean that the game is bad, but it would have make this game even more fresh if there were some unique concepts in there. But as I said, I like this game, it's quite nice. If they can improve about the mouse acceleration, it would be just perfect. I would really love it. And yeah, it's a lot of fun. So if you were planning on getting it, I basically say, as far as I know now, get it. There's nothing in the way. It's really enjoyable and I like it. So yeah, guys, if you liked it, please leave a thumbs up. If you want some more, God damn it. If you want to know some more about the beta or have any other questions, please leave a comment below. If you want to see more, subscribe. Have a nice day. I wish you a good one, and I'll see you next time.
Back me up, I'm down to my sidearm.